All right, guys, so the most fun part has come. I know the paint's, there's still some tack some places, but just for you guys, we're gonna pull some tape. I was considering leaving the tape until we got some stuff on, but nope, we're gonna do it right now. I'm sure you're as excited as I am, so let's start pulling tape. I'm gonna leave the headlight. That's sort of just packaged to keep the glass from breaking. We got to get the front fork in, got to get the front rack on, and that stuff. Handlebars maybe too. But let's get this unwrapped. Wow. There we go. Switches in the dashboard, and then later we'll sand the Honda part. We'll sand some of these pieces off. I have that plate of glass, and I think we should be able to get that nicely with it. So the motor's going to be black. I tried to tape off the carburetor as best as I could. There we go. All right, so most of the wiring's actually aluminum, so we didn't worry about protecting that, other than trying not to sandblast it. All right. there we go. I think that's pretty much the extent of the masking. So I kind of fancied leaving the fins all natural colored. And then the side cover is black on this, and the gearbox. The whole gearbox. And the engine case was pretty cruddy, you know. So this engine case would have been natural colored. But, oh, I didn't paint the dipstick. So yeah, we painted the decompress handle. So this is metal, this is gonna rust, this is gonna rust, this is gonna rust, the spring's gonna rust, this bolt's gonna rust, this bolt, this bolt, this bolt. So this bolt here is gonna rust. Yeah, so ideally you would paint everything. Well, ideally you do it with the motor out, tear the motor apart and paint all the pieces. But so that's gonna look not exactly like it's supposed to, but pretty close. So one thing to mention why this is hanging off the ceiling is because I added on axle stands, remember, and then the little horse stand on the front. So I went to jack the engine up to put the horse stand higher so I could get under it to paint the bottom. The whole thing fell down. Sand came out of everywhere. Sand got all over the paint. There's stand up in the head unit. There's sand everywhere. So I strung it up to the ceiling off of the loops that were there. That loop there. And then I was going to take the air hose and try and blow some sand off the wet paint. And that only made more sand come out of everywhere. So I just painted over top of the sand because there's no way to fix this. And it's the frame, so hopefully nobody strokes the frame or they'll get sanded. But the good news is this bike is very well preserved into the future. Should anyone ever want to disassemble everything and powder coat the frame and do all that jazz, I actually have a good base to start with. So I'm pretty happy with the work, and I can't wait for the smell of paint once the exhaust starts to burn off. I don't know how hot the rear part gets, but we try to protect as well as we can. We know this exhaust is at the very end of its service life. So, very good, very good. So the next step I think is going to be try and support it somehow. Oh, I found the bearings. They were under a piece of cardboard I was using to cover the paint can. So, very good. Let's, I think the next step here, we could put the rear wheels on. Maybe front forks. I gotta see. Yeah, we could probably put the rear tires on and just let it fall on the floor. Yep, so let's move on to the next step. Sorry about that. There we go. We got us a three-wheeler. That's what it looks like. So this is very exciting. And it went back together way, way faster than I ever dreamed it might. We got to push the hitch down and then move the legs in and attach those. I think everything's in. There's a couple spots of where the tape wasn't held down correctly or whatever. I think we'll wire wheel that. The tank looks big and bare. And I have most of the decals, I think. Man, I can't wait to get this down on the ground. But I think I'll treat that overspray first. Everything went back together great. I might have the front forks inside out. I'm not quite sure. But the headlight, actually the headlight works. I'm going to show you guys. There's the headlight. How about that? Let's go see if the tail light works. There's one pin that was, there was one pin that was pushed in. Oh, it's unplugged. Oh, that might do it too. There's one of the females on the back here that's pushed in. Alright, we'll just set the tripod here and get this put together real quick, like. Okay, now the connector is fully retreated inside. Alright, I'm going to have to grab a different tail light and see if I have some more of these that actually work. But other than that, we'll just lay that right there. But other than that, the power's there. I think you might have seen it flicker if I wasn't in the way. So, like I said, very proud of the work. Very happy with the result. I'm glad I painted the entire chassis black again. Okay, we got no response from the starter button, so we might have it in gear or something. So anyway, I'm not sure what we'll do next. We should power wash the seat. It's back here still. It's filthy. But I did buy a pneumatic stapler. It's on its way. So we might be able to just tuck the cover back in and nail it in. I don't know exactly what will happen. But I do have a seat cover for this if I choose to use it. Alright, so we got to assemble the front forks and the front brakes. We have a set of boots on the way. They're not genuine, but they're the correct size. So hopefully that'll all go as well as we hope. Take care of that overspray. Assemble the front tire and the front brake, put the back wheels on, and fill the oil. And as long as the starter works, then put some gas in it. Yeah, it should be ready to fire. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm going to break the video here because it's really long already, and then we'll regroup with you guys. Should be able to do the first test drive today, so I'm pretty excited. Let's go get her. Alright guys, hey, this is the end of the episode. Very proud, very happy with what we got done today. Like I said before, the boots are on order. I think that's the last part. We weren't able to use the choke cable just because it's got a different carb now that's for manual choke. Which is sort of a pain, but if you know where to reach for it, it's alright. It looks like we need a few cable ties and stuff in the front there to tidy up the wiring. I have one of those little metal tie wrap things that they come with. Obviously, just a headlight. I just squared it with the front there. There's a bird poo. So yeah, I'm excited. I think tomorrow's going to be first start and decal day. But there's no oil in the engine right now. I did try and test the starter before. Yeah, there's so the headlight is on. So we're going to have to diagnose that issue. Right now the rear end's locked up, so it's probably in gear. And the back brackets for the hitch, I got to push the hitch down. I'll probably just stomp on it with my foot and get it down, and then put a jack under it, maybe get it up again. Man, I can't wait to put the decals on it. I wasn't sure. I can probably get in there okay with the rack. I think I got those. I have the tank ones. I even got the one that goes on the side. Somewhere, I don't even remember where. Anyway, guys, I don't want to waste your time, but... Oh, there was one more thing. But the taillight works. Oh, that's the greatest part. I don't care what you say. Yeah. I'm excited. I got the seat with my wife. I'm going to see if she can clean it out. Clean up the upholstery, and once the pneumatic stapler comes, we can probably stretch that cover on. So the reason I keep wanting this cover is just because it was very, very comfortable the way it sat. I really liked it. I sat on it and I got this feeling that I want to go ride this thing for days. Just spend hours and hours and hours riding it because it's so comfy. It sat nice and low. You felt like you were in the machine instead of way up on top. And it's just great. So I kind of want to reuse it even though it's not the right one. But anyway, that's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. I can't wait for the next episode. And I'm sure you can't either. So let's get a good night's rest and come back in the morning, get this girl fired up and decaled up. And I don't know, maybe even dirty. I think we're going to debut it in the sand pit and let the sand scrub the tires clean because there's not a lot of sticks up there to scratch the paint. I think it'd be a perfect place to ride it. And then I don't have to wash mud off it either. So with that said, we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.